we carry a very heavy burden, and sometimes it's disheartening. You know, who is the 5% on this poor part of the planet, God? That's a very heavy thing. What is the duty of a civilized person? That's a very heavy thing. That's a very heavy thing. And then to throw in there all the human family of the planet, all means everything. That means no one is left out. When you know you got to clean your garage first, that's a very tiring thing. To then turn around and look down the street and see a whole bunch of other garages that's junky, and you know you got to help clean them too. That's a very difficult thing. And when we're talking about an individual, remember we talked about trauma in the wisdom build degree. There's always some trauma, so not drama, but trauma. And so when you're trying to teach a man or share with a man or get a man to save him on his own self, you have a whole lot that encompasses. And now you're talking about trying to do that for the human families of the planet Earth. It's heavy. It's heavy. But you build a pyramid one brick at a time.
Yeah, one step at a time. Yeah. So when I say about the language, the English language being the language of confusion, we have mathematics. So now we're recoding that language and making it right and exact so that we can, and now we can use it. We have an understanding. Now we can say, well, what do you mean, God? And I mean, you said it before, but now we actually go through science and really measure. It's a measurement of it, and that supersedes this language of confusion.
Yeah, I see that. But it's still a slippery slope, Lord, because even knowledge is still an English word. You know what I'm saying? These are still words that at some point, just like the knowledge cipher degree in the 1 to 40, we agree.
Yeah, we agree, right?
That knowledge, and who the we is that's a whole nother layer. Who agreed that knowledge is wise word? I mean, the foundation of all things in existence. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody at some point gave these words or these terms meaning. And then from those meanings, we were able to, okay, yeah, that makes sense. And we apply it. Now that I understand this, I can actually apply it. But we're still using these same words that are subject to scrutiny, which is why we have to be able to see the math in real time. That's why you have to have all three. You've got to have the knowledge, the wisdom to get to that understanding. You got to have that 1 and 2. And with those 3, and actually with those 9 plus 1, is how we know, okay, well, yeah, this makes sense. We can see it. You know what I'm saying? And it gets tricky because, especially when you start talking about certain 120 is different than others, certain words are missing, and somebody thought that, he typed that wrong, let me correct it. And so they correct it, and then they give it to somebody. Now that's different. You left there should be a comma there. It just gets really, the spider web is very intense.
Absolutely.
INFMEGA did this.